Singapore noodles don't really originate in Singapore. In actual fact, we don't really know where they come from, but I do know they taste delicious, and it's another one of those family favourites where you can make a big bulk of it and there's always some leftovers. So there are different ways of doing this. You can just add some chicken to it, or prawns, or a mixture of both, and that's what I'm going to do today. Like any stir fry, it's always very important to have everything ready to go. So first of all, a nice big wok, just like this one, and make sure that it's really hot. So I turn that on first. Make sure you open all the windows at home. And then have everything chopped up, the sauce is done. So let's start with the chopping. I've got some onions here, just one onion, and I'm just going to slice this. You can also make this a vegetarian option by just leaving out all the meats and adding more vegetables, some peas in it, some beans. I'm using some capsicum today, so just going to slice that into thin slices, just like this. We've also got some garlic, so 2 cloves of garlic. Just bruise that. And I'm going to finely chop that, just like that. And last but not least, some beautiful ginger. I love ginger and I want a good amount of this. I'd say about a tablespoon. And I just finely mince my ginger. You can finely chop it if you like. And that's done. Now for the sauce, I like to mix everything together at this stage too. So 2 tablespoons of soy sauce into a bowl. Measure that out, 2 tablespoons. Along with 1 teaspoon, roughly 1 teaspoon of sugar and a little bit of sesame oil. Now this is really strong, so 3 or 4 drops just in there. Now we're ready to start stir frying here. So hot wok, a little bit of vegetable oil. Now that has to be screaming hot. I actually feel that. Super, super hot. So be careful with the kiddies in the kitchen. In they go, good sizzle. And you just want to leave them for a moment there. As soon as they start to change colour, they'll go beautiful and pink. We can take them out. We just want to start to sear them off. In the meantime, we've got 2 eggs here, and I'm just going to break them into a bowl and just give them a really quick whisk, because we will make a little omelette that's ready to go too. So with stir frying, it's actually a really therapeutic thing to do once everything is all sorted. So you don't have to worry about going back to the fridge and getting other ingredients. It's a really fast process once everything's done. Okay, let's turn these over. You can see their beautiful colour. They don't have to be cooked all the way through, because we are going to cook them again when we put all the other ingredients in with the noodles. And another thing to remember here, I've got a big wok. You don't want a small wok for this. We want to make a big family size here. The more room there is, the faster it's going to cook. And this is great because it's just non-stick. All right, they're looking good. You can see they've just changed colour. So out onto a plate that's ready to go. I'm going to add just a small amount of oil again, and in with our vegetables. So we've got our onions, capsicum. That's going to come back up to heat, and then we'll stir that for 1 to 2 minutes just to soften those veggies, and then we'll add the egg. They've softened up nicely, so straight out of the wok. And now for the egg, what we do is pour that in and just move the wok around as fast as you can. So in it goes, and swirl it like that. So we're making a really thin omelette. How good does that look? And as soon as it sets, we'll know it's time to take out. And this is why non-stick's good, because it'll just literally fall off. Look at that, it's just slipping away. Just ever so gently roll that over, and then on my clean chopping board, we're just going to quickly slide that out. So now it's time to bring it all together. So we're going to put our prawns back in with all of our veggies there. I've got some chicken here. Now this was just some leftover chicken, and we'll just break up the pieces there. And for the spice, now the main spice in Singapore noodles is curry powder. So we want about 2 tablespoons of it. It sounds like a lot, but we've got a lot of noodles, so in it goes. And you want to cook off those spices a little bit, so we'll toss that around just like that. Our garlic and ginger goes in, and for the noodles, basically a big handful per person, so 4 handfuls for 4 people. That'll come to around 200 to 250 grams. And now we can start stirring that in This is a dry stir fry, so it shouldn't be too saucy. And speaking about sauce, we will add the small amount of sauce that we have made, coating those noodles. And now for our egg. So because we have rolled it up, we just want strands of it. So cutting it into around 1 centimetre pieces, and that can go in last minute. All right, it's all coming together. Gosh, it smells beautiful. Some of those noodles have broken up, that's fine. And I like to leave my bean sprouts just to the end there, taking some of that water and adding it just a touch. You leave them right to the end so they stay really crunchy. And we'll stir that. And I'm going to serve this for one person. Nice big mound of the noodles there. And lots of the chicken. And of course my favourite, those prawns there. And just to garnish it, a little bit of lime juice. I like to just cut a little cheek off and just put that in there like that. And why not? I've got some coriander here. A little sprig of coriander on the side. You know what? These noodles aren't really from Singapore, but I think they should take this as their national dish because it just tastes so good.